What's going on, people? It's your man, the White B. Once again, big shout out to my dog, Shenanigans 067, for coming through with a 20 large bash. Okay, so we got some truly wicked news for the great and washed masses right now regarding Derek CHISORA, El Donkey, and Big Bang, I Bang You, Sweet Sour. Okay, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit wiggy, to tell the truth. So, let's do the providence here for you, man. This video came out. I like Zhang, to be fair. I like Zhang. Zhang's alright with me. I like Zhang. He's got good energy, man. He's got good energy. No gas tank, but he's got good energy. Not a lick of gas. If he could change some of his good energy and jokes for a gas tank, he should probably invest in that, right? Stop hanging out with Dave Chappelle and get in the gym, man. Let's get some steps in, bro. Because you puffing. You puffing after 4. Come on, bro. Anyway, here's some of the funny jokes he cracked in regards to the situation with CHISORA. This came out about a week ago, which sets the scene nicely.
What's wrong? I'm sick. What about? Somewhat.
I want it. Then would you fight me?
I want to fight you. I want to fight you. Maybe you want to fight me too.
I like that. I rate that. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good, man. I respect anyone really who speaks another language as well. But yeah, I like Zhang. Ever since, what was it he said? What did he say with Joe Choice? He said so, again, I think it was that same kind of shtick, bang, big bang, I bang you. Anyway, that sets the scene. A week ago, Zhang says he wants to bang CHISORA, no Diddy, right? And then 5 days after that video came out, so 2 days ago, we get this post. ZHILEI ZHANG has been waiting over 3 weeks for Derek CHISORA to sign his part of the deal for a fight this December in Manchester, England. Now, well, essentially, look, Zhang's quoted here, we accepted the fight 3 weeks ago. Now, at first glance, I was thinking, ooh, I don't even like this. I don't even like this one for CHISORA, to be fair. I don't even like this one. So it kind of makes sense to me. Because I wouldn't want to sign that. No, listen, man, I like CHISORA. And that's what I'm saying. I know we often say, well, you know, put him in there. That's for young fighters, though. I'm all for that. I'd rather see Tama and Zhang. If I had a choice, right? Tama and Zhang. People who should be rolling the dice are young cats in my... I don't want to see... Listen, CHISORA's got balls, yeah? He might come wading in and Zhang gets tired. I'm not saying he's got no chance, but the hand speed... The hand speed and it's just... It could be nasty. It could be... Because it's not like Tyson Fury. Tyson can't punch. So CHISORA was... He was getting boxed up, but he was pretty comfortable. Zhang, he's put everyone down. Caballero, I'm not sure. Has he been down before? Either way. Caballero put him down, flash or not. Joe Joyce ended his career, wrote him off. It was a Cat C. Seriously. I read the report, and they said, I read the insurance report after Zhang finished having a go on Joe Joyce, and it said, Cat C, man, write off. Insurance paid out on that one, so... Joe Joyce's mum got his life insurance policy. It paid out, man. He's written off. He wrote him off. Call me a liar. Which one of you, man, going to sit there and lie before the masses that Big Bang didn't write Joe Joyce? He wrote him off, man. Bottom line. Yeah? Wrote off... What is it? He popped Hrgovic's cherry. Hrgovic has never been down since either. Even when Dubois was plastering him. Never went down. So a lot of cast iron man there have had their cherry popped. So he weren't lying. He weren't holding you, man. He does like to bang. That's what he likes to do. He'll pop you right in your balloon nut if you play around with him. He won't do it for long, though. After 4 rounds, he's puffed. But anyway, Wilder doesn't really count. But the point is, you can look back. Popped Hrgovic's cherry. Wrote Joe Joyce right off at the peak of Joe Joyce's career. Twice, basically. What happened then? Wilder got it. Parker got popped twice. In the renaissance of his career. And then Caballero, even Caballero was comfortable the whole way through, still get clipped. CHISORA at 40, man. And the names I've just mentioned, they're all prime athletes. Take Wilder out, but Hrgovic was prime. Parker was prime. Caballero was prime. CHISORA, I'm not being funny. CHISORA did well with Wallin. With a man who was shitting himself. And Wallin could never punch. Let me show you this right quick. I've showed it before, but I want point this out. This was Chisora's last fight, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the face that Chisora had. Let me see if I can find it. That'll do. Yeah, this is it. Look. Emotional Derek Chisora, full post-fight interview for the Otto Wallin fight. So this is the Otto Wallin post-fight picture, right? Let's have a quick looky here. Look at this one, look. You see what I mean? You can see the swelling on the top of his bonds. His eyes all mash up. Now you can argue, well, some of that will be from him coming in with his head. Or maybe. I didn't think, honestly, I expected Chisora, from what I was watching, it looked like Wallin didn't throw no punches. Well, certainly didn't do no damage. So when you're coming out of a fight with the 2024 Power Bottom of the Year winner, Otto Wallin, he takes it, man. Wallin's a taker, that's for sure. Yeah? He ain't no top. He 100%. He one of the greatest power bottoms of all time. Listen, I ain't zesty yet, but I spoke to a few, man. I had to get, listen, when you're not involved in something, I'm not involved in the grinder man scene. Yeah? But for journalistic purposes, I reached out to them, man. I said, hey, man, listen, I'm doing a report. Yeah? I'm doing the award ceremony for 2024's biggest power bottom of the year. So I need to get some references. Who do you rate? And they all said one name. They all said Otto Wallin is the greatest taker of all time. So on that basis, Chisora's fighting the greatest taker of all time. No one takes it like Otto Wallin. Yeah? No one takes it like Otto Wallin. And even in that circumstance, your faces mash up. You see what I mean? Wallin, and even if Wallin on his best day could never punch, he shit himself in there with Chisora. And still you got to bust up, man. You couldn't. This looks like a fight he lost. And I respect Chisora. I like him. And that's why I hope he don't. I hope there is something wrong with the contract, man. Don't do it, bro. It's not right. I'm sorry. Why are you saving a town before with his fresh legs and his 20-year-old, allegedly? He might be 25. He's got the, what is it, the moody Estonian passport. Where is he from? He's from Estonia, man. He's got the moody Nigerian Estonian passport, man. He could be 30. I don't know, man. The way that Barnett's moving for him, that moody Muhammad Ali Barnett moving, he could be 30, man. I'm not gonna hold you, man, right now. But anyway, get him in there, man. Get a timer in there with Zhang. Zhang got punched up, got stopped to the body. Right? Why would you feed Chisora to... Listen, I think Chisora's got a chance here. If he can make it. But then again, look. Joe Joyce in the prime of his career. Zhang didn't have a problem with people coming at him a bit leaky. Now Chisora does have... He's not as leaky as Joe Joyce. He'll move his head off the line. He'll swing in and roll in. Which can be a bit confusing. But Chisora's not known himself to have a great gas tank. And in fact, we know Chisora went... Listen. The washed up, wrote off Joe Joyce. Chisora won that fight. But if you remember correctly, Chisora, after about 3 rounds, spent most of it fighting off the ropes and he looked goosed himself. The Wallin fight looked good. Why? It was a bit like Dave Allen and Makhmudov. Wallin was doing nothing. So that enabled Chisora to fight completely at his own pace. And he didn't really have to second guess himself. Yeah? With Zhang, that hand speed... And listen, Zhang boxed 12 rounds with Parker. And that's another example, right? Parker did a job on Chisora 4 or 5 years ago. Proper job on him. And whilst some people think Zhang lost, Zhang wasn't getting stopped to the body by Parker. And Parker's got quick feet, quick hands. And he's young and he's fresh and he's twitchy. See what I mean? Zhang was competitive in that fight. Chisora's going to be so much slower. And you know when Chisora likes to dip and bowl his hand over? Someone like Zhang being a lot taller, it's going to be so much harder for Chisora to pull that off. Plus, Zhang's got piston hands. He's a piston counter puncher. And he's not leaky deaky. Zhang's got very good fundamentals. His gas is no good. That's documented. But if you mess around... listen, there's man in their prime getting clipped by him. Fact. So if Chisora runs out of gas, I'm not sure Chisora's going to be able to press Zhang enough. Because of that power and that speed from Zhang, he'll just be waiting to... I don't like this, honestly. I think it's wrong. I understand that each man should be the leader of his own destiny, but there's other names out there. Why not? I guess they already fought, didn't they? I wouldn't have minded seeing Chisora and Pulev for the WBA, right? That could have been... Chisora's never won a, even though it's a moody title. Why not? You know what I mean? Give him that one. Pulev's washed up. It might still be competitive. I've heard some clowns saying Atama and Pulev, oh, Pulev's going to do this. Well, let Pulev do that with Chisora. You see what I mean? Let him have a bit of a... I mean, I'd back Chisora with coins to beat Pulev, but there would still be a debate. It might be, in my mind, it's like 80-20, but that's in my mind. I'm biased. A fair person would probably have it 60-40 Chisora. Some people would have it 50-50. Some people might even have, what's his name, Pulev winning. So that should be the angle here. Why wouldn't Chisora want to be a WBA regular? Now, the fight wouldn't sell as much as Zhang, but how much is Zhang really selling compared to Pulev if you can put a moody belt on the line? And as it turns out, going off topic here, but it turns out, look, we did a video the other day. Atama was supposed to fight Pulev. But this... A day after I did my video, this came out. Pulev will defend his WBA regular heavyweight title against Gassiev in Dubai. Yeah, so they must be getting their moody dirhams, their moody reals. That's what they must be getting, because there's no way Pulev and Gassiev's a bigger fight than Pulev and Chisora, right? For a WBA regular. So in the same breath, I have to fair play to Atama. At least he didn't dig this old relic up, Pulev. So I need to not apologise, because at the end of the day, that was what they put out there. And at the end of the day, you did shit yourself with soft-body Sanchez, so it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, are you getting it how you living or not, man? Are you getting it how you living or not? That's the bottom line. And he ain't getting it how you living. That's what you're not doing. Anyway. So we've covered that. And then... this came out a day after that news about Chisora and how Zhang, or Chisora's ducking Zhang. Uncle Bricktop hops on the blower and says the following.
It's looking very unlikely that's going to happen. But Derek, the opponent, we've agreed terms and everything on. We're waiting for the contract back from him. Now, it's supposed to come back today, so we'll see.
There were some whispers.
Oh, wait there a minute. I've read that wrong. I've assumed it was Zhang. Frank Warren just said the opponent we've agreed with, we're just about to get the contract back now. When I first listened to that, I thought he was directly talking about Zhang. He's not. So it might be the case, this might be true, it might be the case Chisora has mugged off Zhang. Initially I thought, well, maybe, who's lying here? Because Frank Warren says, we've signed the contract and we're waiting to hear back. Well, Zhang has said that 2 days ago, we're waiting to hear back. So maybe they're not going with Zhang, and rightfully so. Before we get out of it, I do want to have a quick look at... I mean, let's have a look for... Since we're here anyway, right? Let's have a quick look. What should happen for Zhang? Because I don't know where he been. Right, tell you a lie, we know where he been, man. Yeah. He had double kidney and liver transplant, so that's where he's been. It's a long recovery, I assume. I haven't done it personally, but I can imagine undergoing a double liver kidney transplant after Maximus Agitius Caballerius did you serious harm to your digestive system. You best believe it, man. Took a minute for him to recover. I'm not even sure it's safe. If I was an insurer, I wouldn't insure Zhang to fight. How can you be fighting 9 months after you got your liver and kidney replaced, right? It's a bit odd. I think you should take more time, man, because he did you proper harm. You was doubled over, man. You didn't want no more, man. He popped your kidney right the way out for you, man. Wow. Anyway, let's do a rundown of who Chisora should fight. If it's Zhang, I mean, that's just diabolical. But it's not looking like, is it? Or maybe I've read it wrong. Maybe we're going to find out in a few days, aren't we? End of the day. It's supposed to be, what is it, December 14th or something, so it should be coming out soon. We're only 2 months away now. Okoli's injured. Wardley's busy. I wouldn't mind Zhang and Dubois. To tell the truth. Dubois struggles with southpaws, but I think... Oh no, we've got Dubois and Sanchez, haven't we? But whatever, so forget that. Gassiev's fighting, Ergovic and Zhang too. Not a massive fan of rematches, to be fair, so maybe not. Hunter's no good. Jagbar, I'm not hard to see him at all. Bakoli and Zhang! Bakoli and Zhang, man. That's what I want to see. That is the one to make, I'm sorry. That's the round, because Bakoli's looked trash. Bakoli got boxed up by Jagba, who I don't rate. So you might say, oh, Zhang's got gas issues. Zhang's also piston. Yeah? I mean, a fit Martin Bakoli, I'd back to win. But if he's not, he couldn't even... It'll be a good fight. They've both got slow feet, Zhang and Bakoli. Both got relatively quick hands as well. I'd say obviously Zhang's got the quicker hands. Then you've got the Southpaw element. That's what I want to see. They're both 40 odd years old. Yeah? Come on. Martin Bakoli, he toting the moody Congolese passport, man. He's 40. Conservatively speaking. Don't play with me. Which one of you, man, going to put your hand... Oh, why be you lying? You can't be 40. Which one of you, man? Not one of you, man, going to tell me that in my face. That's what you're not going to do. You'll be saying, yeah, fair point, he might be 40. So, yeah, you got two 40-year-olds. The Congolese Bolibus and the Sweet Sour. That's the one to make at this point. There's big questions around Bakoli. He did lose against Jacob. I don't care what no one says. It wasn't a draw. He lost. Right? So he's coming off a loss. Or even if he wasn't, he's coming off a draw against a mid-level type dude. Zhang, he's coming off a stoppage loss, but it's the spectacle of it. You'd have 600 pounds, 600 large in the ring. That's the one to make for Zhang. I'm sorry. I'm afraid. But I think from Zhang's perspective, he just got stopped. He lost to Parker. He probably wants a bit of an easy gimme, and that's what it would be for. I'm not saying Chisora can't win, but if he fights, Zhang knows what he's doing. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. I'm not even sure Bakoli would take. Bakoli's a goofy as well, isn't he? But that's the one. If I was Turkey, I'd make that one happen somehow, some way. Maybe on the Fury and AJ card, if it happens, put that on as the co-main, or it wouldn't be the co-main, but you get the point. That'll be banging. That we need to listen. At the end of the day, man, we need to see that at some point. Yeah, that's what we need to see. Two experienced and big, stiff, round idiots. That's what I'd do with Zhang. I don't know what Bakoli's doing. I think Bakoli said he was back in the gym a little while ago. But he's always back. He's like Dave Allen. Bakoli's like Dave Allen. I'm back in the gym. He's always back in the gym, but he's always weighing 300 pounds. I never got Bakoli was putting I never got people who put sweatsuits on. I never got that. Oh, I'm losing weight. You're just losing water, man. There might be some thermal burning of calories, but I think it's better to keep the water in your body. You don't want to be dehydrated. All that a sweatsuit will do is dehydrate you. So unless you're trying to do that for a cut, you're just messing up your metabolism, and your body needs water to do what it needs to do. So just work out, get hot from working hard. Yeah, when I box, even if I'm on the bag or whatever I'm doing boxing, my shirt is dripping. So if you can't get hot enough from work, in fact, I don't even want to get hot. I'm so hot as it is. I don't want to get hotter with a big bin bag on me. And again, unless you're cutting weight for a fight. Yeah? People like, you always see Dave's another one. He puts the big bin suit on. They fool themselves. They think, well, I've seen it before. I've seen Bakoli do this one in particular. Bakoli will put the bin bag on, work out, and he'll hop on the scale and be like, oh, I've just dropped 20 pounds. As if that means something. You've probably burnt I'm talking at most a pound of fat. Yeah? That other 15 pounds or whatever it is all water weight, fact, documented. It can never be anything else. I'm sorry, it can never be anything else. 1 pound of fat, what is it? About 3,000 calories. Do you know how long you'd have to work out to burn 3,000 calories? You'd have to work out so damn long. You wouldn't believe. You'd need to be working out probably 4 or 5 hours straight. Maybe even more than that. But you get the point. Yeah? That's 1 pound of fat. So anything you lose over a pound of fat, if you get on the scale, let's say you finish working out right, and you hop on the scales after, and you say, oh my God, I've just dropped 10 pounds. You know for a fact you've lost 9 pounds of water. You ain't lost no fat, man. You can never lose more than 1 pound of fat in any given session. Forget about it. And even that's extreme. I'm not even sure that's possible, but that's the highest possibility. You could maybe lose a pound if some magical was happening. What was I going to show you, man? We're talking about bin bags, aren't we? Oh yeah, it don't really matter, but I think it's around, what is it, 2,500 or 3,500 calories in pound of fat. 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So you listen, people. Yeah? How many calories burnt with hard running? We'll use that as a baseline just to work it out. So you burn around 120 calories per mile. So to burn 3,500 calories, a pound of fat. Let's double it up. Let's say Bacoli's a big dude, and let's call it 200 calories per mile. So to burn off 3,500 calories, which is a pound of fat, you have to do how many miles? 3,500 divided by 200. Bacoli would have to run 20 miles. Yeah? To burn a pound of fat. Come on. That big dude, he ain't never burned out in his life. He's never done 17.5 miles in his life. And relatively to boxing, that would take you for Bacoli to run 17.5 miles. That would take him 5 hours at least. At least 5 hours. That's the point I'm making. He'd have to work out for 5 hours to burn a pound. So stop putting the sweatsuit on, man, and just get that money, and stop putting copious amounts of food in your mouth. That's what I don't know why. These are grown dudes, grown athletes. It's like, why do you have to educate these man? I don't know. I'm vegan, so it's hard. That's what he said. Because he's like, I'm vegan, so it's really hard. Have you seen vegans? They're bone dry, man. They ain't getting no calories in. Eating what they eat. What are they eating, man? They eating their grass and their leafy plants and shit, man. You ain't getting no calories in from vegans. No doubt you get some beefy vegans who really try hard, but Joe Blow vegans, man, they're malnourished. Vegans lean towards malnourishment than they do dirty bulking. Because you can't eat all. It's very hard. It's very expensive. You can't buy. I go Tesco's right now, yeah, and you get these chocolate bars, Molly's chocolate bars. They're 35p. They're quite big though. Have you seen that? The price of dairy milk now. It's a racket they're running. Yeah, it's a racket. Like a bar of dairy milk like this, yeah, it's like £4. I'm thinking, you man are bugging. So I buy the cheap Tesco value one. It tastes like shit. I'm not gonna lie. It tastes like shit, man. It's like nasty pagan chocolate. God knows what they put in it, man. It's probably not even chocolate. It's probably flavoured estrogen, but still, I buy that one for, what is it, 50p or something. And you can. I shouldn't do it, but I do it. You got to have some happiness in your life, right? I can't have a bar of chocolate before I go to sleep. Yeah? Is that what I can't do now? I can't have a bar of chocolate before I rest my head. Yeah? After grafting all day for my daily bread. Come on, man. But my point was, you can do serious damage. I think you can buy vegan chocolate now, but that is another racket as well. We're talking big Kabbalistic racket. Anyway. So we've done Zhang. He should fight Bacoli. Chisora. What's Chisora going to do, though? If it's not Zhang, what would he do? Yeah, it's a bit stinky. He's already fought Joe Joyce, hasn't he? Chisora versus ZHILEI. I think ZHILEI fought relatively recently. Chisora versus Dillian White. Dillian White should do. If Dillian White was really about it, he could have been ready for December. Unlikely though. Dillian White versus AJ. Again, unlikely. Sorry. Chisora versus AJ, unlikely. So yeah, there's not a bunch of names. Frank Warren already said that the Wilder fight, apparently Wilder was negotiating with Chisora, but it fell through. That wouldn't have been from Chisora, so Wilder didn't want it, which is a bit corny. But yeah, I don't really see, there's not a bunch of names popping out here, to be honest with you. In fact, I can't even think of a name for Chisora to fight. That Pulev fight really should have been the play. Chisora gets his first belt, moody or not, in a winnable fight. And he could maybe push for the knockout there with Pulev. That should have been his thing. Outside of that, though, it's looking like hard work. But we'll have to see. Anyway, folks, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. Check out my Patreon, man. It's Friday, folks. Yeah? If you got that Friday feeling, what you do is, you click this button right here, man. And put the YB on. Because we've got bare videos on here, mate. Exclusive videos talking politics, economics, trigonomics, all the different onomicsisms. That's what you get plugged into. Yeah? But get your hand, get that tight hand. A lot of you, man, are tight-fisted, you best believe it. Get that tight-fisted hand of yours, yeah. Put it in that pocket and bosh the YB on. Yeah, that's what you're fixing to do. I'm out of here, Johnny. Bosh.